Welcome to the course of Hands-on Deep Learning with TensorFlow 2.0, created and published by Pact Publication. Before we start on with the course, let me give a brief introduction about myself. I am Ekta Saraugi, a computer engineer by profession. I started my career as a Java developer and developed and delivered various projects for global clients across US and UK. I then took the mantle of being a Java architect for travel platforms, and further to follow was a leading end-to-end design solutions teams for BTTV for British Telecom. During every role I carried out and every stint I had, one thing that always intrigued me was the power of data to drive business outcomes. Now, being hands-on with technology and driven by the quest to learn new tools and skills, I ventured into the field of data science to extract best out of my technical and business functional experience gained over last 12 years to drive and deliver cost-effective business analytics solutions for global businesses. So currently I'm working as a freelancer data scientist and also working as a corporate trainer or mentor. I do a lot of corporate trainings as well as offline trainings for students, for experienced professionals in data science field. I have a strong passion to learn and implement new skills.
I am Akshat Gupta, and it will be a short description about myself, what I have done and what I'm experienced with. I am having over 3+ years of experience in machine learning and data science. I have mentored many students in machine learning, and at present I am working as a machine learning engineer at RoboFight, which is a comprehensive AI platform focused on building commercial AI tools. I am very passionate about neural networks, machine learning and data science as to how they can solve real-world problems of 21st century which couldn't be solved before. If you want to reach me out or ask some questions about machine learning or want to discuss some world-changing ideas, then you can reach me at akshat@robofight.com.
So now let's get started with the course overview. Let me give a brief introduction about what we are going to learn into this course and what are the various sections which will be covered here. So section 1 of the course is about neural networks in TensorFlow 2.0. In this course, we will discuss about neural networks, what are the different types of architectures of neural networks, overview of TensorFlow, how to install it and use it, and this will be followed by a case study on churn prediction using simple neural network. Then in section 2, we'll discuss about eager execution and variable sharing. We will learn about what is eager execution, which is actually the opposite of lazy evaluation. We will see how you can use eager execution for numerical computations using TensorFlow like NumPy directly. Then, in the third section, we are going to discuss about convolutional neural network in TensorFlow. In this section, we will learn about what are convolutional neural networks, what is the architecture of CNNs, and then we will also go through a case study of pneumonia detection from X-ray using a convolutional neural network in TensorFlow. Section 4 will cover about recurrent neural networks and LSTM in TensorFlow. In this section, we will learn what are RNNs or recurrent neural networks and why we cannot use feed-forward networks for various problems. Then we will learn few shortcomings of RNNs and problems with it like vanishing and exploding gradients. We will also do a case study on stock price predictions using RNN. In this section, we will also learn about LSTMs, which are long short-term memory networks, and understand how they overcome the challenges posed by RNNs. We'll do a step by LSTM walkthrough. And lastly, in this section, we'll also do a case study to see how we can improve the stock price prediction using LSTM. Section 5 of this course will deal about beyond RNNs transformer tensor to tensor using MNSIT. In this section, we will cover introduction of tensor to tensor, its key components, self-attention, and why not CNNs and RNNs architecture of transformer, and then tensor to tensor with MNSIT dataset. Section 6 will cover about transfer learning in TensorFlow. In this section, we will learn what is transfer learning, how it works, what is the use of transfer learning, what are the different approaches of transfer learning. Then we will also train and test neural networks for sentiment analysis in TensorFlow on IMDb dataset. And then we will also do another case study of object detection using TensorFlow. So these will be the two case studies which we will discuss and see in the section 6 transfer learning. The last section will cover about TensorBoard for monitoring and debugging. So in this section, we will learn what is TensorBoard and how debugging and monitoring is different in TensorFlow 2.0. Then we will learn about some unique and important features which are related to TensorBoard like name, scope and summary. And then we will also see into different views or dashboards of TensorBoard like scalars, graphs, histograms, etc. Lastly, we would be monitoring one of the MNSIT dataset. We will be monitoring the model which will be built on that to see how the debugging and monitoring works in TensorBoard. So these are the various sections which will be covered in the course. Now let's see what are the prerequisites for this course. So first is you should have either Microsoft Windows, Mac OS or a Linux. Any one of this can be used for this particular course. You should have Jupyter Notebook, VS Code or PyCharm, whichever you are comfortable with. We have used here in this course Jupyter Notebook. You should have basic Python and programming skills because this is about TensorFlow 2.0 which is based on Python. So you should have basic Python and programming skills so that will be easy for you to learn and understand the concepts which will be discussed in this course. You should have basic machine learning concepts like cost function and all. A very basic knowledge of these concepts will help you understand the concepts of neural networks, artificial intelligence and RNNs and LSTMs which will be discussed in this particular course. And last but not the least, you should have a passion for learning the world-changing technologies. If you have the passion to learn the new technologies, then nothing is going to be difficult for you. This course will definitely help you to learn about TensorFlow 2.0 and you will be able to build your models using TensorFlow 2.0. So what are the goals of this course? After this course, you will have a hands-on knowledge on deep learning with TensorFlow 2.0. You will have a good understanding of neural networks to solve complex problems. You will learn TensorFlow for designing neural networks, debugging and monitoring. So after this course, you will be able to design and develop your own neural networks. You will be able to debug and monitor them using TensorBoard. You will know how to implement neural network models such as convolutional neural networks, recurrent neural networks, and long short-term memory network along with the various case studies which will give you a very good hands-on experience. Then you will also learn about transfer learning using TensorFlow along with the various case studies of sentiment analysis as well as object detection. Transfer learning is becoming very popular these days because it saves a lot of time and also complexity of building a new model. So basically after this course, you will have a very good understanding of deep learning with TensorFlow 2.0 and will be able to create different types of models with TensorFlow. So let's get started with the course now.